Let's go, brother. Game pertama. Zeta Division
We are
versus
back
Team
here,
Max.
Games of the Future 2025, live in Abu Dhabi. So Rockhart and Renmar on the mic, and we're gonna go ahead and get this game started. So Team Max on the blue side, and Zeta Division on the red side.
Nope. Trying to see here how
Yeah.
aggressive they're going to take the
Katsu.
limit here of this Cho and even the center.
Katsunya
Considering they're
pakai
up against a
Farsha,
Farsa.
guys ya.
Already forced out the Revitalize, and exactly how we expected it to start. Of course, that's just the center of the river, so let's see if that'll translate later on at around maybe post Turtle 1, if Cypher will then turn his attention towards rotating into the jungle of Zeta Division.
That's true, and rotating to that one might be tricky as well, because of course you do have, you're gonna face a Baksha, right? So that's gonna be crazy, and that Baksha right now is getting pummeled quite heavily.
Kani,
And I
Kani.
think we're seeing the exact reason, yeah, why the Eve is such a high priority hero, especially in the past few weeks.
Yeah, hotly contested, although we don't get to see a lot of it banned out or even picked in the Philippines. In the rest of the world, everyone else just makes
Mode cepet ya.
really good use of the E. Void Blast, especially with how quickly the cooldown is, or how quick the cooldown is, excuse me. And the fact that it does get more shields, a little bit more sustainable as well. Eve is just a really, really great pick. In other regions, especially in Indonesia, very first pick worthy. So no surprise, as you mentioned as well, the Baksha is having difficulty there. In terms of the damage output getting dished out in over a period of time, Eve will trump the Farsa in this portion of the game.
Yeah, and speaking of the Farsa, look at that. Being hunted down by Cypher kind of forces a
Wait,
response here
Iyalah,
from
balik
10,
dong.
which will be cut into half with just one forward rose. Beautifully placed there by Katsu.
Yeah.
Now, this might be a bit of a harder contest here. Now, even his purple buff getting friends. Cypher is doing a lot of work. Even forcing out the feathered
Buset,
airstrike.
man.
That's a little
Matumbang guys,
crazy.
ya.
Here comes Bimo the key. He's laying down the real world and it's helping
Kani.
Katsu rather, get that turtle. And now, it's going to be June looking to make something happen, but it's a no-go. It's going to be Team Max ahead in that exchange.
Yeah, just as what we expected, Team Max utilizing the Cho roam as a means to really stop any tempo at whatsoever for Zeta Division to be brought out. June 1 is going to be able to survive this, even though the final slash was forced and June 1 took a hit from the turret. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Uranus at this portion of the game. Arlot in the early game is not going to be able to take that out yet, but Kani gets kicked.
Oh boy, look at that.
Oh,
Another
Kani,
one being
Kani.
forced on the feathered airstrike that with targets not even within range. And again, another beautiful pickoff being done here by Cypher. And mind you, that wasn't even the perfect angle, right? That was like a lateral angle, I don't know, horizontal angle, and they still got the kill.
Yeah, it wasn't the easiest approach, but they were still able to get it. 10. If he just had a little bit more items, I know it's like 3.5 minutes into the game, he definitely could have gotten like a solid double kill under the turret in the mid, but he doesn't have the items just yet. It is going to take quite some time. Right now, one of the saving graces for Zeta Division is that Team Max has put so much focus in the center of the map, in the river, in the jungle of 10, that yes, they're stopping the Fanny, but they're not really doing anything to stop the progress of Moiminet's 1-1. And again, we mentioned earlier in our own personal scouting report, Zeta Division is more than willing to split attention away from Moiminet just so that he can farm up and then suddenly be the win condition that was left unchecked by their opponents. The good thing for Team Max is, though, that they can still keep this up maybe like 4 or 5 minutes even of just continuous invading the jungle, that at that point, the 1-1 would have already lost the turret. If Team Max rotated, see, even with a full blast combo, Lei brought Moiminet down really quickly.
Again, forcing so many of these skills. There you go. That is a lot better there. Cypher, easy pickup on the Katsu. And here we go with 10 trying to get stuff done. Finally gets that kill onto Ares there, but only be a 1-for-1.
Yeah, good call that he didn't commit the cutthroat to try and finish off the kill onto Cypher. Would have gotten the kill, but would have lost himself. And at this point, they need objectives. They need this turtle to expedite the gold process for them a little bit more, because Team Max is slowly climbing up, or has climbed up already to like a 2,000 gold lead. And if the gap doesn't get closed, it's going to be bad for them. Good use of the burst onto BMO.
Yeah, huge burst. Look at that. Cypher's just going non-stop, catching it up. Oh, almost taking out the Fanny as well. Think just misses out on one more swing of the lance there by the Arla. It looks so good.
Sucks to do.
Thought the final slash would connect, but it was just slightly out of range. So see, despite Team Max being aggressive here, they're not being overly aggressive. You can still see the semblance of really just trying to control the minion waves, making sure that they aren't forgetting their management of the lanes. And Zeta Division, right now, it's not so easy for them to find an opening for a turnaround.
Yeah, this is massive respect being given by Team Max for sure. They're not going overly ham, knowing that, you know what, we can just take it, just pinch out some damage, one pick off here and there. We'll still have pretty good advantage. Again, they are not taking out Muiminet, but I think they're still going the right direction.
Sadly, I think that Feathered Airstrike like Katsu could have done more damage, but he decided to use it a little bit more far back than I thought he would. I thought he'd take a few more steps forward, use the Feathered Airstrike. That could have been 2, maybe even 3 pops to secure the kill, but he decided to play it safe.
Playing it safe, I guess, is what they're trying to do, trying to prolong the game as much as they can. But Muiminet, the main target here for Team Max, finally falls. Connie gonna get caught up in the real world and just so hard to move, especially with a Ruby in front of you. Good maximization. Is that a thing? Maximizing of Team Max here with the use of the real world, but the re-engage doesn't look as clean. But taking out 10s actually is the big bonus they were all looking for, and now they can actually run up on the mid.
So everything that we talked about for Team Max, their conditions, it did eventually happen, although I don't know what Muiminet was doing there at the center. I know he wanted to get some hits, maybe get a few minions down, but at this point, you cannot afford to go down. And the fact that you went down so easily there, seems like there was a miscommunication in terms of whether or not they were ready for that Muiminet would be staying forward, whether he himself underestimated what Team Max can do to him, thinking, oh, I'll be safe because I have needles and flowers. It wasn't. He was not safe.
Yeah, really was not safe. Now, even with all that, I feel like they still have some bite, right? Like, I mean, Zeta Division still got some bite here, despite losing out on a few skirmishes. Although they are behind by almost 4,000 here, so that's not a good sign to be in. And now they're gonna get invaded. All of Team Max are deciding to go full throttle, and they're gonna go ahead and invade around this, and just massive AoE compressed targets are actually gonna get demolished here for Zeta Division. Team Max with a wipeout.
As we expected from this kind of lineup from Team Max, aggression, the lead, the confidence, the absolute brutality of their combo under the real world manipulation of the Eve, with the I'm Offended, with the final slash of the Arlot, so much displacement, and Zaksu has been left undisturbed that he single-handedly bursted Katsu down, who was under his second turret, well behind the purple buff, yet he still got popped.
Yeah, you're getting popped here at the same time as well. So here we go with another big re-engage. Zeta Division said, you know what, maybe they might be in recovery mode. Let's try to take advantage, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. But look at the sustain coming in from Lei. Just so hard to deal with this guy right now. They're getting a big pull in, and there's just nowhere to go for them. Man, this is a huge stonks. No one even fell on Team Max's side. And Lei 8-0 on the Ruby is just going crazy right now.
Perfect Ruby game. Everything is lined up perfectly for them. It's so easy to punish all of the engagements Zeta Division wants and Team Max wants to end.
Yeah, there's just no way that they can end right now. Maybe with the feathered airstrike, but they are target locked and they are roaring
Buh.
and itching
Tipis
to
banget itu.
finish it. One more hit could have taken it, but the minions are
Ya
just
lah, tipis
not
banget,
there.
Bang. Ya,
And they're
Katsunya mati
gone.
lagi.
But also is Katsu, so that might be the clear that was needed by Zeta Division.
Fanny,
Gone out
Fanny.
the window. King Ares misses with the flourish on the flicker final slash, and for some reason, it's just prolonging the game for just a few more
Gila.
seconds. It's Team Max with game number 1.
Oh, Zeta Division were holding the minions from outside
Mahal,
of the
mahal,
range
mahal.
of base
Oke lah, kita
there
lanjut
in
aja
the
buat
end very
game
well.
yang
Even si,
kedua, guys ya.